and thank you for listening to Gettin Hard in Nate's Backyard. On this episode of Gettin Hard in Nate's Backyard, Nancy and I talk to Jason Rouse, the Jester from Hell, or also known as Hamilton, and Hunter Collins of Toronto and Montreal fame. These people dabble in the dark side of comedy, so if you are not into that, please do not listen to this podcast. Jason and Hunter will be performing at Yuck Yucks here in Calgary, April 2nd through 4th. Go to jasonrouse.com and go to huntercomedy.com and check out all their dates. Also, this Friday, come down to Dickens for the CMF and Nancy's birthday fundraiser party. Thanks. Hello, everybody. Thank you for getting hard in Nate's backyard. I'd like to welcome Hunter Collins and Jason Rouse and Nancy.
Hello.
How you doing?
Thanks for being here, fellas.
Yeah, it's cold outside, so we didn't really have a choice. We've been wandering the streets of Calgary for 4 days now. Hunter got a job at the local porn shop at the McLeod Trail, and to this day, the cops are still looking for me.
Jerk-off instructor.
I'm not going to get into that.
Oh, shit. Hunter, you got to flip your switch up. Okay. Or down.
Flip it up?
Down.
Flip it down. Do I have to take this thing off?
Am I back?
That happens every time.
You forget to turn on the mic?
Yeah. Just for him for some reason. That one. So with that being said, this podcast is brought to you by BigNateProductions.com.
Are you stoned now?
What?
Are you stoned now?
Maybe. Is that okay?
Yeah, go.
He's trying to get iTunes to accept him. We can't be talking about contraband and shit.
Yeah, I don't want them. Yeah, they're botting me. Yeah, go there, buy all my stuff, and hire me to record your record. It'll be awesome. This podcast is also brought to you by CalgaryMetalfest.com. Go there. Passes for the whole damn week are $60. Don't be a cheap asshole. Give your friends gifts. Go there, buy one of everything 5 times.
I heard my ex-wife, Bloated Pig, is playing at Metalfest.
Oh, yeah. She'll be paying and playing. She is a fucking bloated pig. I saw her. Holy fuck. How'd you get up the stairs with her heels kicking up like that all the time? Wrangle a saddle down on that fucking leathery, piss-soaked... What is she called?
Miranda.
Gutter pig? Is that what?
Gutter pig.
Bloated pig.
Sewer moose.
You put pig in front of anything and you get people's attention.
Yeah, they're referencing this Friday. Come down for the Metalfest launch party, pre-launch party, and Nancy's birthday.
Woohoo! And
I heard a rumor you might be there, but I don't know.
I'm going to be there. I'm coming.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to come.
Once he heard Bloated Pig was showing up.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to come down and have some fun and see some music. And Dickens is always fun. It's a good music venue.
Fuck yeah.
And how many bands are playing?
5. Black Pestilence, Bloated Pig, Oh Shit, Press Gang, and
Every Hour
Kills. Yeah. Fuck, I always fuck that.
Are they all locals or?
Yeah, they're all locals for the most part. But
there's a decent scene here. Like the fact that you guys have a metal festival. Who has a metal festival in Canada? With the Aldershot one, you heavy Toronto, heavy Montreal, and then like a Canadian base. Wait, do they still do Edgefest? Is Our Lady Peace? Is Our Lady Peace still making music?
Rain Maida does it in his backyard.
Oh yeah, I was in a rocking chair playing tambourine now.
And this, yeah.
Yay! Rain! See, same syllable. Rain! Yay!
This podcast is also brought to you by Right Hook Mics. Go to righthookmics.com and buy one of each mic.
Yeah, they're cool. There's like a Desert Storm one or Stormtrooper one or something.
Yeah, it's white with a black grill, and then they have like a military olive drab one, and
I like the classic kind of black. The kind of ones that you guys got are pretty cool.
Yeah, these ones are called the metal mic, and then they have a gold one called the 3PO.
That's kind of cool.
If you want to get all like Liberace on them.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be like Prince or something like that to rock a gold mic.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Hunter, that thing's fucked. It's a loose sack in your face. Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Try to put. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. There's 4 hairs.
I'm used to managing lip
That's the whole
sacks.
gag of the show is he pulls the sleeve off, and it's just a bowl nut sack stapled to a fucking cocky stick. Yeah, you've been talking to that guy's bag for a fucking day and a half.
Thought it smelled like my morning
I
breath.
got a cold sore from this nut sack. I didn't know it could burn me like a cigarette.
So you're on tour. Where have you been on tour, and where are you going on tour?
Well,
Jason?
the thing is, I haven't been on tour in over a year. I've been making my home in Los Angeles now, and I've found over by trial and error that it's a very much an out of sight, out of mind type of place.
Yeah.
So you really have to put in your time, and I really enjoy performing and the smoozing aspect of it, which has become the majority of my time, is networking and kind of building these relationships with the industry and the talent. It's exhausting. So this is my started in Vancouver, and we did Edmonton, and
you
now
set up
Calgary.
for like 3 days, right? Each time, and
Yeah.
like in Vancouver, you did 3 shows, like Thursday, Friday,
Yeah,
Saturday.
that's usually how the clubs work. The best case scenario is that, but we're catching the tail end. A lot of clubs are going to 2 shows.
Oh, yeah.
They're losing 2. Some clubs, I think, actually close over the warmer temperature. I think Kitchener's close or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's a whole
It's
other
not,
can of worms.
but there's also an influx, I think, over the last decade of independent venues that not only do music but comedy now.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like a lot of these kind of crossover stuff now. It's becoming more theater venues than just straight like, well, we do darts on the weekends, and then we have a couple local punk bands play or something like that.
Yeah, you
You can see a lot of good talent locally and internationally at some of these so-called like dive bars now are having some of the best shows.
I remember there's this place in Saskatoon. It was
He has the best case scenario. Sorry to interrupt, but there's the Vapor Lounge.
Vapor Central.
It's
Toronto.
the biggest open mic in the world.
Yep.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
and it's weed friendly.
Yeah,
Oh,
behind
right.
them.
I've heard of these guys going there and like
Yeah.
greening out just by fucking like guys that don't smoke weed, and they go up and do a set and they green
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Fucking,
And it's not something you're used to. Someone passing out in the front row of a comedy show, so no one ever knows how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Usually it's the opposite. Like you're dealing with someone being extra loud and animated. But when someone passes out, and potheads are typically,
Docile.
empathetic people. Yeah, so they're all worried. They don't give a fuck about your cute little routine anymore. They're
This
like
dude's
helping a
gone
man.
down,
Yeah. So it's all hands on deck, and then you just have to sit there in silence while this guy drinks an orange juice and eats a granola bar.
Some guy from Mississauga, first time getting high, and he's got one of those vapor bags 15 feet high in the ground going, no, you got to finish it to the bottom or we don't get any more. Okay.
Yeah.
Jump off that books case.
People always assume, too, that it's like, oh, you perform for potheads? That's got to be the easiest show in the
thought
world.
so.
But it's the hardest fucking show in the world. Like, everyone's literally sedated. People pass out.
It's like running a
think you're
race
TV.
in quicksand. You're just so lethargic. The whole room is just like, hey man, just relax. You don't have to yell. We're here, you're here, it's good.
Yeah, why are you so mad about the season finale of Game of Thrones? Take it easy, comic.
Yeah, it can be a really thing, but it's fun because if you get them smiling, that means that's like an applause break.
Yeah, and it's a real litmus test
Yeah,
for.
it means
It's
it can-
totally-
they don't-
it's like,
they're
if
just
I
too
can-
big to clap.
And if it rocks in that room, there's a pretty good chance it's going to travel.
Yeah, it's the heavy lifting for comedy workout.
It's a Fight Club situation for sure.
Yeah. But that's the thing with those cool little niche venues that are popping up is that you are getting a different crowd than the people who does go to institutions like a Yuck Yucks. That's everyone knows about Yuck Yucks, and so you get the people who sort of have that broad awareness of comedy, but these cool little venues like Vapor, or
Underground.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of spots, even the Comedy Bar, which was, no one's done anything like that in decades.
Mm-hmm.
I think Second City was the only kind of place outside of the comedy clubs that would offer more theater style things, and the bars also does very well in stand up and in like the sketch and improv world.
Yeah, I've noticed that at Dickens. Like last night, I did this ADHD sketch comedy thing, and they write a whole new, like every month they have a whole new show. And I mean, they're good. There's like 3 of them in town. Some of it's weird. Like they're very hot and cold. Like,
sketch is tough.
like there was 150 people there last
That's
night.
where Hunter started, actually. I
Yeah.
think you were in sketch.
Yep, but it's just like getting a baseball game together. Like, how are
Totally.
you going to find 18
To me, that would
humans?
be like putting comedy and being in a band like smashed together. Like, you have to rely
Worse-
on other
worse.
people and all this stuff. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of sketch troupes have crazy after parties. No one's getting sucked off in a dirty van after a fucking improv. No.
No.
No,
They have a beer
that's
and
why
they're
it's
like-
it's usually very attractive women and gay men that do sketch. No offense, Hunter, but right?
Well, I'm going to consider that you calling me an attractive woman, so thank you.
So, Hunter, you're from Montreal, but you're based out of Toronto? Is
Yes,
that kind of
exactly.
what's going on there?
Yeah,
Cool.
moved there like 12 years ago.
And you've been on tour in Canada with Jason? Is that the deal?
Yeah, this time we're just doing a couple stops in Alberta, and then we have one stop in Vaughan in Ontario. But we had a couple years ago, we did the whole East Coast. We did Maritimes and all of Ontario and Montreal, and
Oh, yeah.
that was a wild ride too.
how,
But Jason was clean living back then. So far, just being on the road with Jason for 6 days has been more psychotic than 9 weeks with him last time around.
That is true.
Like, I've already been
I've been in purgatory for like a year. I haven't been able a chance to be myself in a long time,
Oh, yeah.
and I mean, and, like, to be able to do the way I like to do things, and so I got some catching up to do.
Yeah.
And you've been roped into this. Your job is just to give a well-rounded description of how I died. That's it. I know you're articulate. Manolis couldn't do that. He'd be crying and drooling through the whole thing. It's like, hey man, check out the photo shoot we did. Go to the slideshow. And this is the day before he died, but this is everything that happened beforehand.
Yeah.
Chronological suicide.
Well, safe travels.
Yeah, we've already wound up in a truck limo with a coke dealer and a prostitute with coffee beans for teeth.
Oh man, it was crazy. Edmonton.
Edmonton, the
We'll always have
legendary.
Edmonton was crazy. That's why I flew in Friday and not a day early, because I wanted to get in and out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because I knew that place is on fire as soon as I land.
Yeah, you treat Edmonton like a prostitute with coffee beans for teeth, in and out as soon as possible.
The girl's teeth were crazy, man.
She's glistening leeches.
Yeah, they look like shiny coffee beans. Like really wet coffee beans, and maybe like 12 on the top and like 6 on the bottom.
Oh, my God.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Just the front ones.
It was just.
It was like she started with dolphin teeth and then smoked crack for 3 years straight.
That's going to be a tough one to be.
Maybe she's just British.
Could be.
No, that would be Scottish. That's more Scottish. I saw his
really
monster
Scottish.
mouth in Scotland. Just people be talking to you casually, and you're like, "Oh man, are you a monster?" It's crazy.
So, we were talking about your dates. What do you got coming up?
I got a bunch of stuff in the works that I'm trying to put together. So, but as it stands now, I'm in Calgary doing the Yuck Yucks this weekend.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I go on to do Montreal. What month are we in?
April.
April 9, 10, 11. Then Ajax, Yuck Yucks, 16, 17, 18. Vaughan, 23, 24, 25. Mississauga. It's all be on my website. But then Sweden from the 18th to the 30th of May. And then Iceland, 5, 6, and 7. And there's going to be some Denmark and maybe Finland.
Fucking
That's about it. And I just got an email from Poland, so there might be some gigs in Warsaw and stuff.
Yeah, if they can light goat heads on fire, if Gorgoroth can light shit on fire and have goat heads, I'm sure they'll have
They
you.
have Behemoth has been had charged with blasphemy laws in Poland and stuff. Yeah, a lot of bands.
I thought they're from there too.
Yeah, they
right?
are. Yeah. I don't think they can play.
Holy.
But Morduk.
Oh yeah, Marduk.
Yeah,
Or
they had.
Marduk. Yeah.
They had. They were telling me about a situation over there where I think they might have been arrested or something. Like, it was serious. They kind of had to escape.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
saw something with something like that with Behemoth in Russia.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, they did arrest him and they kind of had to pay him off and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
and never come back.
Fuck that hand
Well, like
job
that
of a
shit
country.
That's it. That's a good analogy. Russia, the hand job of a country. What would be Hamilton?
A dirty Sanchez?
A married woman with a black eye.
Married woman.
With a Tiger Cats jersey. And...
a tattoo of a Tasmanian devil slam dunking on her shoulder.
Yeah, on her breast, and it's smeared out. It looked like someone smeared a bingo daughter down her front bag. That was a raccoon once, and now it's sad, bumpy.
Dude, back when I was in a band, I was... Sorry.
Oh, it's to say it keeps the lump in her breast warm.
I was playing a show in St. Catharines one time, and this chick,
Bragger,
in a wheelchair. She doesn't even like use her arms to move in the wheelchair. She like scuttles about, dragging herself with her feet, and she's in the front at the show.
That girl's pussy reeks.
Yeah. Well,
hot garbage.
She takes her
wheelchair
shirt off.
beaver.
Yeah, she takes her shirt off, and she's got her tits all kicked out, and they've each one has a commemorative back-to-back Stanley Cup Detroit Red Wings win tattoo on each.
And a bite mark on the forehead.
So we called her wheel tits.
Oh man! And our unofficial sponsor today is Discount Full Flavor. It's a I guess they're trying to do a Demorier thing, but what it's made with is strychnine and mace.
Jacob's Tobacco Company.
Oof, that's just a guy.
I've never met a native Jacob ever.
That's just a man.
And their son Jacob.
Yeah, well.
That's a man in his shed emptying his cigarette butts into new cigarettes.
That's me. Why do you think my life is so fucked up over here?
That's an old ashtray. That's great.
Cool.
You do a lot of... Do you try to go international every year? Or is it like every other year? Like you do a lot of international stuff.
I used to for about, I don't know, maybe 10... 12 years. I just want to go as many places as possible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I want to visit a lot of places, but
except South America or Russia or...
No, I've done Russia. I bombed on a TV show in Russia.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did a show in Moscow. I was there for 3 days, and it was cold, and it was cool though. But it's scary. It's a gnarly place. It's pretty gnarly, but yeah, I like I made a choice. I never phoned a home or had a family, so I took that to do the things that I wanted to do, and travel was always something. I moved around a lot when I was a kid, and I think it kind of imprinted something where I was always up for some change and some excitement,
Yeah, I heard you talking about that. Oh, check out Jason's podcast, Safe Word, it's called, on iTunes. Fuck.
Yeah, well, Jim Jeffries had the same. Him and Eddie, when they were doing the show, they had problems with that. But it had something to do with their name and all that.
Yeah.
I think you're just gonna have to navigate through some of their bullshit. They just want you to give up, but you're not doing anything. I hope they don't hear my podcast.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's just.
I listened to that one with the two chicks. I was like, holy fuck.
With two chicks.
Yeah, there was two chicks. I think one of them was a comic, and one of them just wanted to fuck you.
Really?
And you were just ripping on them the whole time. It was
really?
Awesome.
That happens. Bloated pig. I love it. Look at it.
Yeah, that's the show right there. Yeah,
Bloated pig. Look at the font. That's prison font.
They're actually going to be on the podcast on April 8th.
That's great.
Yeah.
Such a good band. One of my favorites.
They're like a super heavy, dirty rock and roll.
Huh.
But
right.
Can you compare them to anyone?
Miss Hamilton, 89. Tiger Cats jersey and a black,
Well, I have been to a strip club in Montreal, so.
It's your old lady. You want to wait?
A theater. Yeah.
Okay.
No, fucking A. Cool. Yeah, thanks for coming down this Friday. It's going to be a fucking killer show.
Yeah, we're going to have a great time.
I can't wait. It's been a while since some good live metal.
Yeah, cool. So I don't know. So do you do like? So you're not doing as much international touring anymore?
No,
you're focusing on LA. You live in LA.
Yeah, I'm trying to book off about 6 to 8 months a year in the United States to keep trying to gain some traction there and do some more stuff. I want to see some of the States too.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially living there and stuff. But because of the style of my humor, it's been a little limiting.
They'll love you in Utah.
Yeah. I can imagine just the Bible Belt alone. That's the thing. I don't want to go to the shitty towns where I know they're going to hate me. But I like to go to Austin. I like to go to Atlanta. I like to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
I like to go to Miami.
What about New York? Have you ever performed in New York?
Yeah, I lived in New York for 6 months, and
cool.
it was the year that they had that big snowstorm, and that was enough for me. That was enough for me.
They get fucked up.
I like the California weather is just great. I really like the idea of getting up every day and going. Am I wearing shorts or pants today?
Yeah.
And the industry's there, and I'm at a stage in my career now where I have to be more of a on the radar of the business in its purest form, I guess, Hollywood.
Yeah.
And but I just all I'm having to do now is I'm limited in just doing less shitty gigs. Where a lot of before I was just in I wanted to keep the momentum going, and it really burned me out when I came off the road. I went on tour for 11 months, and I did like 13 countries in 11 months.
Yeah, that
and
would be
by the
tiring.
end of it, I was just really worn down, and I just in constant motion all the time, and trains, planes, and it's cool and it's a lot of fun. But if you don't take care of yourself, and after you spend 3 months in Scandinavia traveling, you have to hide from the audience because they just drink you fucking blind every night. And I came back.
Come on, let's do shot, bro.
Yeah, they don't know. I just played the next town over, and they tried to kill me with hard liquor too. That's the fucked up part. But they're so happy you showed up.
Tried to kill you.
Yeah, it's insane.
So, is that your favorite place to tour?
Finland's up there.
Finland?
Finland's pretty good, man, but they're all so different. Sweden's cool because it has this kind of we're better than everybody kind of attitude, and Norwegians are just better than everybody.
Yeah, you did Inferno one year, right?
I did Inferno.
Fest?
In Oslo.
Oslo, yeah.
Was it Inferno? Yeah, Inferno. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah, I love doing those kind of shows. There's especially European rock shows and stuff. I find the audiences are more into what I'm doing, and it's the horror of the whole thing. They kind of embrace it. It kind of comes along with the style of music and things like that.
So you hosted the Golden God Awards. Was it just once or twice? Didn't you do twice?
Just once.
Just once.
Just
Okay.
once. That was.
Did you just piss those guys off so much they were like "fuck you" after? Or did it go
no!
well, or?
It was no. It didn't go very well. It went fine, but there was kids in the front. It was really young kids, and I was ripping on the kids, and they were getting pissed, right? Because they were pissing me off. Because I was trying to do announcements, so they wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Right.
So I tear a strip at them. And they were kind of booing a little bit and this, that. But it went great. I knew I'd get a one-shot deal, but it was cool. Iron Maiden and Steve Vai and Anvil played. Saxon played. Devil Driver. It was cool. I'm standing on stage with Iron Maiden and handing them awards for their things. It was really cool. So that was a lot of fun. And
what year was that? Like 12?
Jeez. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Oh, awesome.
I like that. Because that kind of stuff is... you have a lot of comedians that will be the presenters, they call them. Like a presenter, you're a presenter in a TV show or a game show or something like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of comics do a lot of that kind of stuff. They have to host their own shows and things and get a chance to do... other things. I'm lost. Just wandered off. What's up? Spider
It's
climbing
okay.
on
We
the
got a
table.
hash spliff coming. When you were doing a lot of European stuff, did you find it was a lot of festivals, or was it more just straight bar gigs, like straight comedy gigs?
No, it varied. That's the thing I loved about Europe, because one minute you're in this like 200-year-old theater, and then the next minute you're in a pub. And the pub gig might even go even better than the theater. The venue was nicer, but everyone was packed in, and they've been waiting for this show for months, and they're so amped, and you're on point and everything. But no, it varies. That's the thing. You just go where the work is, you know.
That fucking one video where you come out naked at that gala awards in fucking the Netherlands somewhere, and you go
in
and you
Stockholm.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, and
Man,
Raw Comedy.
Those people were fucking like, what the fuck is going on here? Just go straight through the crowd, and then you go to the middle of it, and you're like, commercial or something like that.
I'm like, all right.
Now what?
Now what? I really didn't know. It was the only time in my career I wish I had a cloud of smoke I could disappear in front of.
Yeah, wham.
There's no elegant way to climb over people with your nutsack swinging over their head as they're like, come out to see some theater.
Yeah, they look like very distinguished people.
I wonder what this Jason Rouse has for us today.
Nice
I heard he's jolly good.
That's wicked, man. Throwing a bit of chaos into like these people's little placid, safe lives. you know?
Yeah, definitely.
They'll talk about it.
Some of us have to be reminders that not everything is okay and you're not safe.
Yeah, and nothing's clean.
Yeah.
No,
Everything's dirty.
Everything's dirty, especially this chick.
So, do you care to talk about?
Oh, you getting all fucking Oprah Winfrey on me?
Yeah.
Yes, I was
thinking
scab
Barbara
on
Walters.
Barbara Walters.
Do I look?
Yeah, you got more. If Barbara Walters didn't have AIDS, she'd look like you.
I'd fuck you twice before Barbara Walters.
Nice.
I would let you fuck Nate while I ate out Barbara Walters.
Oh,
And I'd make Nate hold Barbara's hand while I did it too, so he could let me know when she was gonna come.
That's the longest name for a comedy album I've ever heard
It's
in my life.
snapping up those plastic straps off her adult diapers, and then getting your hand down the front of it and hoping there's no shit in the back, and pulling that diaper back. It's like opening up the worst taco you've ever had in your life, buddy. It is fucking outrageously. You gotta cut an onion, buddy. Because that piss whistle of hers is just matted and gray hair, sweat. There's dust bunnies all around her piss flaps because the maid uses it to clean her boots.
Just a mound of deflated party balloons.
Oh, we're all hard.
so can you tell the people about when you won a Gemini?
I did win a Gemini. I did. I won a Gemini award. Hell, actually, the only thing it helped me with was getting my green card.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
I was. I had I did a special, 1 hour special in 2000, I think.
Yeah, when you had blonde hair, right?
I had blonde hair.
Yeah.
And I was full of hope.
Yeah, you could tell your soul wasn't so blackened then.
Yeah. Well, I was just, going through my process, which has brought me to here. I don't know where it is, though. I'm in a van in Calgary. It's snowing outside. Mother's not even watching the baby.
We have the technology.
Hash
So
smoke
they
itself.
gave you the Gemini for your special.
Yeah, I was. I won for best performance in a 1 hour special written and performed by person or something.
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was good. I gave the award to my mother. So she has it on a table at home.
Did they make you buy it?
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
So
but
I heard they do that with Junos, eh?
yeah,
If you win a
I've heard
Juno,
that
you
with
have
a lot
to
of awards.
buy the award.
Well, people buy
And they're
those the Hollywood Boulevard. People pay for those stars.
Wow.
Yeah, they submit and then they go through a board of directors, but then they have to pay a large fee.
Fuck.
That's awards. It's a horse shit.
Yeah.
And contest. It's always like, how long can you go
Yeah.
and be great?
Yeah.
You know, I think the Last Comic Standing and stuff like that has been helpful to get guys a boost, you know, out into the public. Oot, I hear my Canadian. Hey, I'm fucking from Hamilton, eh?
They just rip on you in LA all day about that. Like, oh, it fucking sounds so Canadian. They
No,
used to do that to me.
the only person that makes they don't. The comics are kind of it's kind of a hacky thing to do. You'll get drunk tourists that will go, you're from Canada, and do your heads like South Park shit. And I'm just like, we don't care. We're flattered that somebody's talking about us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, if South Park really rips on you. It's like, South Park knows who we are? Wow. We're a real country.
Our fearless leader, Stephen Abootman.
Stephen Abootman. Oh, it's so good. It's so well done, though. Come on.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's fucking awesome.
It's so well done.
I want to see their play, that Book of Mormon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sold out here in Calgary. It's like on tour now. So in LA, we've talked a bit, and like they don't give you fucking dick for stage time, do they? I hear it's like
it's very limited.
For everybody. It's fucked up hard.
It's
like,
very difficult to find decent places to perform and develop. There's 3 major clubs in West Hollywood. You know, the Improv and the Laugh Factory and the Store, kind of the hubs. Then there's things like the Ice House and the Magic Club in Hermosa Beach and stuff. But outside of that, it's a lot of little, you know, places that are like dive bars in Silver Lake and in various rooms.
Okay.
And a lot of them are pretty bad. Jay Davis puts on the best shows in LA. He's probably the best independent producer.
Huh.
So, but there's very little, and most of the clubs pay very little or nothing. So, but you're also in the middle of it, you know, the industry.
Yeah, you could get picked up.
Yeah.
There could be that guy there that one day who's like, fuck, let's do a show.
And not only that, but you meet with like-minded people, and you kind of align yourself with, you know, people that are on the same path and goals and things, and that want to do some cool stuff. So you run into a guy, I director, I'm an animator. You know, you're constantly being in rubbing shoulders with people in the industry, and some cool stuff comes out of that.
Yeah, fucking A.
Opposed to, like, as much as I love going to, you know, Lapland and doing shows for these Finnish people in the north, there's really not a lot coming out of that except my own ego and some money.
Yeah,
you know, it's not a career move, but it's I make the effort to try and go to other places and see some things.
Do you get to do the like mix with bands there in LA, or does that never happen?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's usually guys I know from Europe.
Right.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part. Is it's always like, I don't know, like Alan from Primordial, or just some like Norwegian guys and stuff.
Alan, yeah.
And I'll end up hanging out with them, but no, there's Seven Sisters Asleep. Some of those guys will come around the shows and stuff. But yeah, you just go. That's the thing, though. You're so in the middle of everything that you just go down to the Rainbow, and there's like a dozen band. Everybody's in a band there for the most part, and it's kind of like a coffee, a meeting place for musicians and things. And there's also a lot of live music, but it's not like in Europe where you're on the show and there's like 50 bands and you're having dinner and it's Gujaria and, you know, at the gates at the same table. It's retarded.
Yeah. There's so many people. Do you think that's like, I mean, obviously that has to have something to do with why Canada's so lame and everything.
Canada doesn't have a population.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Is you have 330 million people in the size of Alberta and BC in Europe. So, you know,
and
like
Canadians
that's density, right? Population density, right?
And Canada doesn't have a lot to complain about, so you don't get. But that's contrast, because Scandinavians got a lot of opportunities too, but they just make some of the most aggressive music. Maybe Canada just get heavier. I don't know.
Well,
Canada
my band's
tried
heavy.
to get heavy. Yeah.
We're trying here in Calgary. For sure.
Yeah, you're totally doing it. I really think Montreal has always had a strong punk rock and metal scene, just live music in general. Okay, I think it's that European thing again. That's probably the closest to a European city in this country and a lifestyle. They really kind of they have their own thing going on.
Yeah, Europeans go out and they seek culture, you know, and they go out and they experience it, and it's not like this forced thing that you're getting dragged out to see your buddy from work.
That's what they do,
you know, and
they go out.
They go out.
And
that's what it is. They go out.
there's a spectrum of culture too. Like, so, you know, whether you're into black metal or you're into legitimate
Fine art.
theater, there's something for you to see, and they indulge. And that's what Montreal's a lot about too. It's people always talk about Toronto being a multicultural city or a cultural city, but it's just people of their own culture enjoying their own culture. In Montreal, people go out and
It's
see
a culture masturbating.
Yeah, in Montreal, people go see if like a Caribbean dance show, and then the next day go see a Sam Beckett play, and then the next day, you know, go see Slayer at the Metropolis. There's a range. So
Yeah, and the culture's kind of mixed there too. I noticed when I was at Inferno in Oslo, there was like
It's a fun one.
fuck man, that venue is so fucking amazing. The Rockefeller downstairs, or John D downstairs and Rockefeller upstairs.
They named a drink after me.
What?
Yeah. That the bar, they had bands. I didn't even know until I was at the bar. And I go, is that a flyer for the show? And it was Jason Rouse is the Jack and Coke. They took bands and they changed it,
but you have to drink it out of your own asshole.
My asshole. Yes, a band canceled and Satyricon played 2 sets.
Crazy.
They headlined
Shit.
it and did like 2.5 hour show.
What I was kind of getting to there was just that you'd go in between the venues, and then that's where there was like, I mean, lots of places have this, but they did that very well, where like you could get fucking tatted right up right there, and then there was like the tape guy and the leather guy, but it was like fucking
Coffee.
huge. It was like going to a fucking flea market of just all this crazy shit.
And good stuff.
Yeah.
They make good shit.
Yeah, they're making all this
There's
shit.
not a lot of cheap. They take kind of pride in their work, and they're all kind of like on it, you know. It's different. It's cool. But yeah, Oslo's great. Expenses. We were talking about the cost, donaires and beer.
Yeah, $2,000 in a week I spent on donaires and beer.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
It is.
And what's hilarious too is we're here in Alberta, and I think we're sitting at like 3,500 feet above sea level. And then you go to Oslo. Me and my buddy were drinking all night, and we could have fucking passed a sobriety test at 8 a.m. because we're at sea level.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what we figured that out at like 8 a.m. when we were throwing cheese at this fucking window from the goddamn breakfast. You know? We're just like, how are we not fucking wasted out of our? We each drank 18 beers, and we can barely feel it. You know.
Nancy's nodding
there's
like
Gall.
fucking been there.
Yeah.
It was like, oh hey, Gall.
These are the people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood.
Dude, the first day we showed up, we're sitting there totally jet lagged and hungover.
At the garage? Oh, no, that's in Bergen.
At the official hotel there, the Royal Christiania.
Yeah.
And we're having the fucking breakfast, and my buddy's like, have a look at that guy. And I look over, and it's Gull, and he just has that like fucking I will kill you fucking stare. Like that's at 6:30 in the morning. Like that's when and I was like, holy fuck, that's Gull. Jesus Christ. It was
Yeah, 'cause I seen
trying to eat your eggs. You're like,
Beetlejuice.
fuck, he's gonna kill me. But he was actually quite nice. We met him a few times. He's
Nice.
quiet dude, but
Yeah, he's not a big talker.
yeah, he's
We
pretty
got to get
intense.
moved to our show soon. Don't have to be a bummer, but
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
we're at like 37
I forgot, we're
minutes.
going to make it funny. I'm fucking baked. and I got a half a beer in me. And thanks for dinner, by the way. It was delicious.
thank you, Dad.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
you guys over for dinner. It was
I
awesome.
was explaining, I don't know if it just was the message I sent from the stage saying that how sad it is at the house. Pat, nothing.
What?
No, with the pizza over the sink.
Oh yeah. The,
Which didn't happen. We did all right, but
oh no, anytime that you can get
you
it.
find who was it? I remember Larry Horowitz telling us how to make soup in a coffee maker, like this kind of on the road shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I've made soup. I know I've made oatmeal in a coffee maker. It was coffee maker on the road.
Egg on a light bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of ways of. It's like being in prison but traveling while you're doing it, and less rape.
yeah. You don't have to fear in the shower so much.
No.
I imagine.
Fell on a hairbrush once. Business end first. They called me Pistols Bristles for a year and a half.
Yeah, but you didn't need to do that cleanse.
Conscious guy off of these tangents.
That's all good.
But it's cool. I'll see you guys Friday.
Yeah.
It'll
Thanks
be
a
an
lot.
exciting night for you and your birthday. Are you going to have a couple cocktails?
I probably will. Yeah.
All right.
Woo!
It'll be fun.
So buy Nancy shots, everybody. Let's see how fucked up we can get her.
I want to see her piss her pants before the night's over.
I want to see her take a swing at somebody.
Yeah. Well, she's pissing her pants. This urinal's broken. That's a good time.
Check it out. It's a scene from It Follows.
So go to jasonrouse.com. The
Yeah.
dates will be up there, and
Go.
go to righthookmics.com. Go to fucking metalfest.com, bignateproductions.com. Oh, and go to huntercollins.com
Just-
/home.html.
What's that? My website's just Hunter Comedy.
Comedy.
Just you just do Hunter Comedy. HunterComedy.com.
Hunter Comedy. Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. All right. Cool. We have bad sourcing, so the research team has had a couple. Awesome. And if I happen to get this out magically, go to the Oak Tree tonight.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And Yuck Yucks.
And go to Yuck Yucks all
This
weekend.
Friday, I think we're going to record something.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday. But you're playing there Thursday through Saturday. So
Yeah.
Yes.
go every night. And bring all your friends every night.
Come every night, bring all your friends, and I will pleasure you individually.
Bring all your loose chick friends.
Yeah, bring some of those
Bring the
Edmonton
loose-
pigs. Bring them in bring the grossest ones in wheelbarrows so we know which ones are ready to fuck. Hunter wants me to push on his ass so he doesn't have to keep throwing up over his shoulder.
As long as she has most of her labia lips left, I'm happy.
Oh,
Oh, from the fire?
Beaver looks like a fucking dolphin's nose. It's so hard and flat.
You ever seen a pussy with a hair lip?
Ooh.
Pussy with a cleft palate?
Oh, I saw one that had so many rings in it. I thought it was a carpenter's keychain. Took forever to eat. It felt like I would stick my face into a pile of rusty nickels.
Hook up a shower curtain to that thing.
Are we recording?
Yeah. I forgot we were going to play some Hexus.
Yes, play some Hexus.
Yeah, they're from Denmark. It was a request by Jason.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't sue me for playing them. I'm sure they'll be fine.
I think they'll be happy.
Yeah.
Any
So-
press is good press.
Yeah.
Cool
So-
video too. Where the chick has a exorcistic seance there, and then a priest tries to fuck her, so she snaps his head off.
Yeah.
He just
And then
ruined
green
it for
stuff
everybody.
comes out. But
Spoiler alert!
some pretty fucked up imagery. Take 3 minutes out of your life
I
and watch
forgot.
it.
It's good stuff.
So, and then we will be playing Get the Fuck Off Our Bus by Oh Shit.
All right.
We'll be playing this weekend on this
Nice.
Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, come
Fucking
to my
A.
birthday party on Friday.
Yeah, go to Nancy's birthday party Friday at Dickens. It's
Bloated
gonna be
pig
off
for
the
life.
Hunter's
Do you have a bloated pig tattoo?
I don't know. Does herpes count as a tattoo? Can't get it removed.
You just need a carrot peeler and a steady hand.
I tattooed a little like cartoon character with his mouth open around the part that breaks out the most. So when it oozes, it looks like he's puking.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's always morphing. It's great.
But it's a great reason to tell girls, "Yo, want to see my cock?"
I got this really tattoo from Mr. Boyle. Well, thanks for having us on the show.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks. And safe travels. Have a good time on tour. And
Thanks, Nate.
don't die, Jason.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nance.
Bye.
You're welcome.